Guys, how you doing? We wanted to start a little series where we talk to artists when they're in the studio doing cool stuff, and we have somebody interesting in, and we have such a person, Anthony Price. Thanks for being here.
Appreciate you having me.
We've got you in here because we're going to do some work today,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
We've done, I guess, maybe 5 or 6 singles by now together,
think
haven't
so,
we?
yeah.
I've really enjoyed working with Anthony, and I just wanted to have you guys get to know him a little bit. So I'm going to ask him a few questions. Like, I always like to ask people, like, how did you get, because you're young.
Yeah,
Like, how old are you now? 17?
18.
18.
Yeah.
18 years old. And you've been at it a while. So how did this whole thing start for you? Because you're not just a singer, but you're a songwriter, really good songwriter. And so how did it all get going for you?
My grandpa got me started when I was about 11 or 12. Started taking an interest in music, but I liked stuff like Elvis and Chuck Berry, old school rock and roll, stuff like that. And my grandpa's played in clubs and bars and honky tonks for,
Right.
50, 60 years. And he played at a place, they still have it. They put
He's
on
a piano
dance.
player,
Yeah,
right?
piano player.
Yeah. Mhm.
And they put on a dance for the special needs in Texarkana. And then they did like once a month a charity thing. And all the other clubs he couldn't get me into because of my age. You
Right.
can't bring a 12-year-old to a bar. Anyways, he was like, well, you can come to this. And we do a little bit of that music, but they did old school country.
Yeah.
And he took me in there, and that's when I first heard Merle Haggard songs and George Strait, Ray Price, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with it, and then I kind of just kept going.
Yeah. And I really hear the kind of influence in your writing.
I
You're
appreciate
not
that.
you're not like a super modern sounding sort of country artist. You really are kind of an old school
I
sound,
appreciate that.
which I think is cool because it's not, if someone that's 50 or 60 or 70 years old that's doing it, you just think, oh, that's old fashioned.
Yeah.
An 18-year-old doing it
Yeah.
sounds kind of like, oh, this is cool and fresh in a certain way.
Yeah.
Because even though you're influenced by that, you're still 18.
Yeah.
So you have a young perspective
Yeah.
on that
Yeah.
kind of music. And that's the thing that I've really enjoyed about working with you on those songs. It's neat. And there's some cool artists out there doing that now.
Yeah, that's,
Who are some of your like some contemporary influences of yours right now?
Contemporary, I would say like Jake Worthington, Braxton Keith, Zach Top.
Yeah.
All those guys that are doing the traditional
Yeah.
thing. That's who I listen to if I'm not listening to Merle Haggard
Sure.
and people like that.
Yeah, it's cool that there's a new crop of people kind of going back to the roots of country. And I like the new stuff too, but yeah, that root, the old school roots country, there's something really special about that. That's cool that people are keeping that going. Yeah, so what do you think? You've done a little recording before, but this is sort of, you're really to the age now where you're old enough to really kind of brand yourself, figure out who you are. And so you're just sort of in the middle of, how many singles have you released that we've done so far? About 3 or 4?
3 or 4. I can't even. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I think 3 or 4. Yeah.
Yeah. So how's that process going? Like learning how to, because when you're getting started, you have to kind of become your own promoter. And, and figure out how to, market this stuff. And so how's that going for you? And what's your experience been?
So I just try to write from the heart, write what I like.
Yeah.
And then go and record it. It helps to have a great producer because you give me the sound that I'm looking for, and appreciate that we get to throw ideas freely back and forth.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's your way or the highway. Or
I'm not a
my
tyrant.
way. Yeah. We get to throw ideas.
Don't ask
back
my
and
wife.
forth.
She might say different. I
We
don't know.
get to throw ideas back and forth, and it hones in that sound that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And other than that, I just be myself.
Yeah,
I am
right.
who I am. You either like it or you don't.
Right.
I don't pretend to be anything I'm not. I sing what I sing, and dress how I dress. I talk how I talk. I just am who I am.
And you have to do that now on social media and all of these these different platforms. And so that can be a transition for, kind of an adjustment for some people.
Yeah.
So how's that been for you? Because you got to promote these songs.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Because if it was up to me, I'd just go in the studio, record it, and release it, and be done. But that's
not the way the world
not
works
even
anymore.
half of it.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm just kind of adjusting to it and doing whatever it takes to get my name out there.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's cool. Well, I think your next single comes out in March, early March. Second Friday in March.
Second Friday in March. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So folks need to be looking out for that and to check out his previous catalog. There's some great songs on there already. So tell folks where they can find you.
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Anthony Price Music on all that except Facebook, just Anthony Price. And then you can find me on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Pandora, YouTube Music. You can find me as Anthony Price.
Guys, go check him out. He's amazing. Now we're gonna make some more music.
Let's do this.